All right, guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So I was just sitting down. I was just gonna prepare a video. I just wanted to do kind of like I don't know how to describe it, like a roadmap. Like it's like, remember back in the day, like all of us, like like all the YouTubers, we'd do like, oh, like what's coming to global over like the next like I don't know 3 or 4 months or something like that. What's global getting until anniversary? Like I'm gonna do like one of these types of videos, just where I map out what I think are the key dates coming up for the next couple of months, right? I was kind of like, getting ready to do this, and it hit 4 a.m. my time, which is when they announce kind of like updates and stuff like that. And they did announce an update here. Okay, so let's go through this. So this is version 6.2.0 update announcement. Now keep in mind, global has not gotten, I believe it's 6.0.1 is what it is. Proton, yeah, 6.0.1. Global hasn't gotten that yet. It does seem very strange. I've seen players theorize maybe it could have something to do with like Brazil passed some law or did something, and like like some of the gotcha games. I think it's now Dokkan in Brazil is listed as like an 18 plus game because of like the gotcha summoning system. I saw some people theorize it could be because of that, which I guess makes sense, because at least for a little while Dokkan wasn't even available in the App Store in Brazil. But I mean, it's hard to say. We've seen them delay the updates on global, like, usually a day, a week or something, but essentially 2 months. It's very strange. I'm not really too sure. People just like doom posts like global always get that. That's like, it's like a sarcastic, like retelling of like something I would say. Synced, by the way, they delay this one too. Is this for global too? LOL. Like, it's, yeah, but it does seem like there's some weird shit going on. They did say in this is on, right?
Awaken
It is.
or Super Extreme V
I'm gonna turn
Awaken
Geppy down
during
quite a
campaign period. Best midget.
Okay, so obviously we've already got this stuff. Wait, let me hit the subtitles on. I wanted to go to, yeah, right here. Perfect.
Accounts. Let's move on to update information.
Yeah, sure. Let's do that.
In June, we're going to add
In June. Right. So, I mean, we're still weeks away, right? Like weeks. We're weeks away from that. So it seems very odd to me. Yeah, there is this, and then there's also, so orbs kind of like change the way they look. Like, I actually had someone reply, because I'll do the tweets where I tweet out the builds, right? Like, oh, let's tweet out the right here, one of these. Like, I tweet out the build, and I actually had someone ask me, why do my equips look different than they do on global? And it's part of the update, right? So it's the skill orb thing and the bulk sell feature. So like those two are kind of like a part of that update. And then I assume this is just gonna come with the bulk sell, with the skill orb, kind of like revamp and filter and stuff like that. All of this will just come to global at the same time. All this update has in here, right? So version 6.2.0 is coming soon. Implementation of the download as needed function. In addition to batch download, you'll now be able to choose download as needed. When you select download, game data will be downloaded only when needed. When the app size exceeds a certain limit, unused data will be deleted preferentially. Oh, okay. Compared to batch download, the amount of data used during gameplay will increase. Button size of the app will be reduced. Interesting. So remember, this is something that Legends had like from day one, right? Or like the arts, like you were able to do like high quality or low quality arts and stuff like that, right? I think that, I mean, that's something that Dokkan could look into implementing, but like a major problem with the game that like I see many players talk about is the size of Dokkan. The literal app size is way too big. So if we're noticing they do seem to be taking like people's like their ideas very seriously. That's why I'm not like, people will doom post all day long about the limited time content, which does suck, but I'm pretty confident that they're going to stop that as they like catch up to getting all the feedback to it, right? Because like all these updates, like the friend system update and all this shit, this is all just direct feedback from people, including this, right? Remember they did the, I have Rick's Twitter pulled up right here. We could just scroll down to it. But right here, they're trying to reduce the size of the app by changing the animations into like these movies, right? This batch was done good, right? So they'll just continually do this, and they'll be able to slowly lower the size of the game, which again many players have said is a major issue for them. So it seems like a lot of these updates, and then there's another update I was going to talk about that's going to come with this maintenance with this right here. A lot of it is tied towards making Dokkan not as large of an app, right? Which I've heard many players say, like, Dokkan's too big, I can't even have it on my phone, right? People say shit like that. When you log in for the first time, yep. Dialog box will appear asking you to choose between batch download and perfect. Okay. So either download as needed or batch download. You must select batch download to use the encyclopedia function. Yeah, this is a thing they just never bothered to translate to global, right? As a version 6.2.0, size reduction effective downloading is needed. It's approximately 2.5 gigs. Oh shit, that's decent, right? I know Dokkan is massive, but that's pretty good. Wait, did I include that? I did. I'm gonna make a little addendum to this tweet. People will be interested in this, right? Okay, so, I mean, that definitely does seem good, right? So you got that. Stay tuned for the version. Yeah, so the only thing they actually have listed in here is that. We'll see if the update comes with any little, tricks or treats or surprises. There's one thing in particular I'd love to see Dokkan maybe give a little bit of a fix for, but I won't say it out loud. You guys could probably figure out what I'm referring to. Combined with the notice, they did announce maintenance. Oh my god, dude, it's a large maintenance. Holy shit, bro. What is this? This is a 6-hour maintenance? Yeah, it's a 6-hour maintenance on Monday the 18th. Okay. And then obviously we'll have the data download there. It's going to be at 3 a.m. So next week, what I expect next week is I do think there's going to be an RE, probably Supreme Magnificent Battle. I think the alternate arts. So I'm going to talk about this in the other video I'm going to make here. But here, let's just head over to here. This alternate arts shit, this is dropping at this upcoming week. So we'll see what this is going to look like.
Featuring the new characters, so be sure to take on the challenge.
Yeah, it's very challenging.
Next
Seriously
up,
serious.
this.
Yeah.
A special summon where you can obtain a character with alternate art will be held in May. Alternate art is when a character that is already available has a different illustration for their card illustration.
Yeah.
As for their abilities and super attack animations, they will be the same as their original counterparts. We are planning to implement this summon periodically in the future. We are also preparing other methods to recruit these characters, so we hope you will enjoy collecting them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know. Here's like maybe an assumption I can make. Maybe one of the alternate art characters will be LR Beerus and Whis, right? Who is a character who has easy aid. They've also super easy aid. Maybe Beerus and Whis, they have their alternate art. So they'll drop a banner that we could summon to get them. I assume it'll be an easy to pull banner from. Although, I mean, easy to pull, yeah, we know how that goes. But I mean, we'll see how it's gonna go with. But they did mention that there's nothing different about it besides just the actual art themselves. So I do think people's Doom posting about this is like ridiculously stupid. It's like literally just Doom posting. And they did mention that they're looking for other ways for the character to be obtained. In my opinion, if we're going to do that, I think there's an easy solution to that. And that's you just make the alternate art like a reward for very far and like the easy A. I think that would be a good way to do it. To me, it seems like an obvious solution, I think. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll come up with something better. But I think that's something that they could do. So we'll see. But I expect, I mean, we're going to see this tweeted out. I mean, it's probably going to be like the 17th, 18th. A couple of days here, we're going to see this tweeted, like who the characters are. We're going to be seeing probably the upcoming content, which I presume would be, again, an RE Magnificent Battle, Supreme Magnificent Battle. I think there probably will be a burst mode. Battlefield is dropping as well in a couple of days, but that's already like been announced and stuff. So we'll see. Maybe something else, but I don't think next week is good. Like, it's not like, oh my God, super crazy. I think probably in 7 days is when we're going to see the RE Supreme Magnificent Battlefield battle event drop, by the way. I made a tweet about that previously. And then I think on the 29th is probably going to be the next Dokkan Fest. So, all right, so we got this data download. We'll, see the alternate art characters. Now, this was put in there for global. Following issues been found in battles in Dokkan Frontier. Okay. And then they're just going to fix that nonsense. Okay. We got this from Rick. Okay. Yeah, so JP posted a notice about the Goku Day special stickers being converted to normal stickers during a maintenance in May. So that's got to be one of the things they're doing with this. They did also mention, so obviously they're not doing this yet. I assume this is all being done towards lowering the size of the app. What I want to look at is the Book of War. Where is the Book of War? It's already several pages back, right here. So they even mentioned this in here too. So after the exchange period for these characters ends, the unused Book of Wars will be converted into green incredible gems. Okay? So we could see like 1 + 1 + 1 is 3, right? I think all this stuff they're doing here, it's all towards, I guess, the greater good of them trying to lower the size of the app, right? Like that's what this update is. I think that's why they're getting rid of this item, right? Like I've got like 30 of these because I, pretty much never used them since they first implemented them. I think 8 years ago in 2018 is when they first dropped these, right? So I've been, holding on to those. I've been holding on to all the special Goku Day stickers. If we click this, one of the quotes is me, and yeah, here we go. Here's all the Goku Day stickers. I've never used one, right? So they're just all going to be converted. So all of this is designed to lower the size of the app, right? Is clearly what they're doing with all these updates and stuff. So chat, let me know what you guys think. I'm going to finish up that video again. I'll put that up later today of just like what are all the dates, like what type of character I'm expecting to announce, like stuff like that, right? So let me know what you angels think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will, of course, dude, of course, I'm going to catch you guys next time.